What's up, everyone? I'm Aaron the Toy Enhancer, and welcome to the channel. And today we're going to take a look at the Action Force Vanguard. And as you can see, I do have the Desert Tan. This is actually the muddy version. And I have the Stealth Gray. And it said, I didn't know this, but it says on the box, it says missile launcher included. I did buy 2 missile launchers, but just the tan versions because I wanted to put one on the muddy. And then I need one for another project. So I'm really glad that the gray one does come with a missile launcher. Now, I did do a little experiment. I'd say about 2, maybe 3 days after it was released. And it was available to order on Valaverse. I picked up one from Bobby, the Desert Tan. And then I picked 2 more up on eBay through sellers that I've dealt with in the past. I wanted to give them some business, and also a kind of experiment to see how long it would take to receive these from eBay. I bought one from an eBay that had it in hand, and then I bought from an eBay person that was waiting on their pre-order. So they were waiting on their pre-order that they pre-ordered several months back. And then this one was just directly purchased, the muddy version tan from Valaverse. So actually, Bobby was the one who got it sent out to me first. I ordered it, like I said, 2 or 3 days after it was released. It didn't take no time at all. It was here in like under a week, I'd say. And then the gray one showed up the next day from the in-hand purchaser. Okay, so he claimed to already have it in hand. And then I'm waiting on the pre-order, and that should be in within another day or 2. So they were relatively quick on all of them. So shipping, I have to say, was outstanding. And I didn't hear no ticking and no weird noises coming from Bobby's. so I'm happy with that. We're about to crack these open and see. But you guys have to realize this is based on the Rezvani military truck that civilians can purchase, and I don't think a lot of people understand how amazing these vehicles really are. And Rezvani also has sports cars. For instance, there's one called the Beast, and they are amazing. They're amazing manufacturers, and for a civilian to be able to purchase this in the neighborhood of $270,000 to $700,000 and up, depending on which model and make you grab, these are truly remarkable vehicles. If there was ever a apocalypse situation, or I had to get into a vehicle and just basically, make sure I was going to get to where I'm going, no matter what, whether it be military attack, population, freak out, everyone's going nuts, shooting shit up. This is the vehicle to have, and you can actually purchase this today. So let's learn a little bit about Rezvani and get a different perspective other than the ongoing gag of soccer mom vehicle. I know we've all heard it before. I think everyone truly just doesn't understand what this vehicle is capable of in real life.
Luxury meets military. Introducing the Rezvani tank. The toughest, most powerful, extreme sport utility vehicle on Earth, with an exterior design inspired by armored military vehicles. Its muscular proportions, wide stance, and bold silhouette, Tank has an undeniable presence. The arched and bulging fenders exude strength and purpose. The tank features unique, captivating LED headlights. The distinctive taillights appear only when activated. The grille lights up to make a bold statement. Rezvani also offers Tank Military Edition, a bulletproof armored model equipped with state-of-the-art security features. With the latest in ballistics armor protection, housed between exterior body panels, the inside cabin will protect the occupants. The latest in ballistic glass technology absorbs a bullet's energy. The flexible polymer inner layer completely protects the occupants from impact debris. The armored undercarriage protects critical components such as the self-sealing fuel tank. Military-grade wheel band technology allows the vehicle to be driven even if tires are damaged or destroyed by gunfire. Key components such as the radiator are protected by angled armored steel. The ram steel bumper and mounted winch make your tank even more unstoppable. A thermal night vision camera allows the driver to see in darkness using thermal heat signatures. Tank offers an escape hatch, allowing safe escape from the vehicle. Deter any assailant with the flip of a switch. Electrified door handles will shock any intruders. A tracker in hot pursuit of the tank is no match for the ultimate security feature. Vanish, activating your smokescreen. Turn your tank into an impenetrable vault by switching on the magnetic deadbolts. Alert cars to move out of your way by using strobe lights and piercing sirens. The advanced police intercom system consists of an external microphone and a speaker, allowing the driver to safely communicate with the outside without having to lower the bulletproof windows. Gas masks stored in the tank ensure occupants are protected from tear gas, pepper spray, biological and other agents. Motion-activated cameras continuously record activity. Store valuable items in a discreet safe in your center console. First aid kits and hypothermia blankets are stored in the trunk. Features such as an easy-access tailgate and a spacious trunk with fold-down rear seats provide plenty of space for gear. Standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with powerful built-in navigation system that allow drivers to track their road progress and get back to their location even when map data is not available. Rezvani Tank is tough on the outside, but soft on the inside. The interior balances luxury with comfort and practicality. The smooth Napa leather seats have sport bolsters to provide additional support during spirited driving. During your design session, your expert Rezvani consultant will help you in choosing from a numerous collection of seat styles, colors, patterns, and bespoke designs, making your tank one of a kind and distinctly yours. The tank's state-of-the-art suspension provides both off-road dominance and on-road comfort. Different suspension packages are available to satisfy any taste. These adjustable shocks can be tuned softer or more firm to suit the driver's taste. The tank feels planted and secure around corners, giving you the confidence and pleasure to drive harder. The suspension allows you to conquer the toughest off-road trails while providing a comfortable and compliant ride around town. The Rezvani tank can be optioned with 5 different engine options, including 300 horsepower V6, 500 horsepower V8, or the top-of-the-line 1,000 horsepower Demon V8. An 8-speed transmission and heavy-duty axles connect the power to the road. Clients can also opt for a sport exhaust to provide an exhilarating sound. The Rezvani tank looks like it's out of this world and designed to conquer it. Make your own path.
All right, so that was a good bit of great information that I think everyone deserved to take a look at in case you haven't. And yeah, it's an amazing company. All right, guys, without further ado, we got to crack these puppies open and take a look at them. I've never had one in hand. I'm kind of excited to get into it. And you know how we do it on this channel. We're not only going to review this toy, we're going to enhance it, because that's what this channel is truly all about. And if you haven't done so already, please give a like, please subscribe, follow me for future enhancements, free giveaways, diorama giveaways, and much, much more. Don't forget, we go live on Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, most of the time, unless I'm running late, because I do work. But please give a like and subscribe, guys. Let's get into this. All right, so we got them out of package. It was really nice, the way it was all packed up in the box and whatnot. Very easy to pull out and just open up bags. The majority of the equipment was stored in the back of the Vanguard. I liked that. It was really cool. Let's take a look at this Muddy, since we haven't seen too many reviews. We'll take a look at the actual mud design, which I thought was really cool. Some people were saying, oh, they're just putting brown paint on it, and spraying brown paint. To get that mud effect looking as good as they did, that's pretty hard to achieve. And I think they gave it a real good, realistic look. It's not on the rope. It's all over the winch, but not on the rope. So very cool. I like it. I know this was an option that a lot of people couldn't snatch onto because they already had their pre-orders on, and I guess you couldn't change it or something. But man, I would probably prefer the muddy version over the regular ones, just because it kind of breaks things up and gives it some more depth. Pretty cool. So let's put the Vanguard here for a second. We're gonna go ahead and look at the interior real quick. Give you that bird's eye view of the interior as much as we can. Real nice. Has stitching on the seats. The seats do move back and forth. I haven't tried it yet, but there we go. It's just a click. You can give some extra room back there. The doors do pop off. It's just a peg system, so you can have that more open look. We're going to take a look at some of the detail on the doors. Pretty decent. You got a latch, locking system or window, armrest. Got a little it's not open, but it's where you would store items, just like a normal door on a high-end vehicle. Even the back door, same detail, has that little mesh netting down there. They didn't hollow it out, but they did put some detail into these doors. Very nice. I like that. Take one more look at the interior. And yeah, that's probably going to be one of the things we're going to do. We're going to light this interior up. It's kind of dark in there, and it's nice enough to deserve lighting. So you got a nice um, rugged finish on the floor, kind of like a rhino finish. Do have some pedals in there. Pretty cool. So far, I'm impressed. Let's hop on to the accessories, and then we'll go into the figure. Does come with this hatch. Okay, pops in like this. No problem. Goes in smooth. Real easy for me. This is probably going to be another thing that we're going to try to modify, because I know everyone was just wanting to get the hatch look, okay, of it popping open and maybe a figure popping out of it. So that's something we're going to shoot for. Then we'll go to the gun turret. Click this in really quick. It does have locking ports and whatnot. The only thing that I didn't like about the look of this is I feel like this sits a little high. I know the figures sit in a certain way, and there is a plate on this, but I just feel like everything's too high. So if at all possible, I'm going to try to lower this just for looks. I know in a realistic aspect you would want all that around your figure and everything, but you know, this is just for looks for me on the modifications. I'm gonna try to drop this down just a wee bit, and I may have to adjust the gunnery on it. So let's take a look at that. Here's the guns that come with it. Oops, oops. I did drop them. They did survive. Looks pretty good. I love the bullets on it. It's really clean. Maybe just do some dry brushing on it if you wanted to detail it out. But it's not bad. There's a few little, you know, plastic modifications that could have been filled in or whatnot. It's not bad though. It's okay. I love the round sight on that. That's cool. That reminds me of some old school like WW2 stuff there. Pretty cool. All right. So everyone knows the gun mounts on here. Bam. They didn't give us no up and down option. That's okay. We got it covered with a gentleman that posted a print in the Thingiverse. Thingiverse is a free 3D print. You can also buy prints there, but most of the stuff is free on there. And they printed out this little piece right here. Awesome. I think it was Suka who printed it. I looked up on the print that I got, and I think it came from another gentleman, so unless he has two names, but I didn't want to go too much into that and be wrong who actually first made this part. But it is on Thingiverse. You can look it up. If you have a 3D printer or a friend that can print it out for you, I'm sure they would do it no problem. As you can see, my 3D printer isn't the greatest. I'm waiting for a new head unit to come for my Cobra printer. But I had to rotate the print only because the first one that I did make, I did port it in there and popped it in, and this piece broke off on me. Now I was like trying to adjust it and moving it around, and then I rotated. So when you get the piece to print, it's like this on the print. I rotated it 90 degrees and I printed it like this, so I could get a much cleaner, smoother finish. Especially since my printer's kind of on the whack right now. It's not going to print anything clean right now until I fix the head on it. But this is cool. This is how this piece clips in. All right, and it's cool for the toy community to come up with these fast fixes. So you're going to clip it in there. And like I said, do be careful with this as you rotate up and down. Don't put too much pressure on it. And then it clips into there. Okay. It took me 12 minutes maybe to print this item out. It doesn't take long at all. Very hardly any, filament to use. And bam, we are in action with our up and down rotation. We circle around now. We can go up and down. We can shoot someone about to get in the damn truck if we wanted to. So very cool. Very cool. The 3D guys, they're very talented individuals. They came up with that within days. This print was out. I think it was 3 days, and bam, it was on Thingiverse. So very cool. Very cool for people to back Bobby like that. I would definitely throw him a bone and a thank you for doing that for the toy line. This is the second gun that comes. This was the one that can be mounted on the back, or it can clip onto here, I believe. Yeah, I believe you can clip it onto your gun turret. It does sit a little high. As you can see, it's kind of out of frame from the height on it, but it does clip onto there if you like. And we can do a little modification on that. I was thinking too when I seen this, it's like, why can't you just clip it in the window part and kind of get the same effect but be at a better height, you know what I mean? And maybe it's supposed to do that. I don't know. I didn't see it on directions or anything like that. And I haven't read the directions yet. I just seen a bunch of reviews on the Vanguard so far. So trying to do my homework. As you can see from 3 weeks ago, I went balls deep into Valaverse without knowing figures had problems, and you see where that got me. So back to the gun here. Let's do this. We're just gonna go ahead, rotate towards the back. I'm gonna move this figure. Okay, so we can talk about the back gun, or that rotating gun that we just had in my hand here. We'll put it out. Now, a lot of people said that they had troubles with this clip, this ammo clip, um, breaking the gun loose. I could see that happen as you're trying to get your figure set up. Yeah, but once you have them mounted in there, it's pretty decent. But if you do have a problem, I mean, obviously it's no problem to clip out maybe a few rounds on the end of that. If it seems like it's putting too much pressure on your gun, that's just a simple fix. Anything that you can just clip away with scissors or whatnot, really easy to do. And we'll see if we can get the gun mounted on the back without having too much trouble. And yeah, it does. It's at a very nice sweet spot right here. I think it was more intended to be back here than anything. All right, awesome. So, I believe you can separate. Yeah. And this is how I fed my gun in. I just pushed it into there. You can even put the gun on a little peg inside, and that way you can just swing it in, bam, shut your door on it, and you can even see it, ready to go in the back. I like that. That was pretty cool. these the tail light lenses are nice. Let's see if we can light these up. That'd be cool, I think. It's another thing I'm gonna try to do with it. All right, and then we have the missile launcher attachments, and these are fan freaking tastic. To the point where I bought an extra set for another project. It's not even gonna go on the Vanguard. We're gonna put it on something different, but man, they look great. There's individual missiles that come out. The detail on them is awesome. It looks awesome. Um, the attachments that we have, the blast effects that come with it, they're great. I love them. The look that it achieves is brilliant. I think it even has the ones that poured into the back. So you can make it look like you're the full effect of the rocket coming out. Really cool looking. Combined with a couple of them, so you get three rockets firing, and then it comes with one ported out. Very cool looking. I think this is probably the highlight of the unit was actually getting this in hand for the first time and playing around with it. And I think for the price point, I think Bobby's going to see that a lot of people buy this product because they're going to customize with it and they're going to put it on other vehicles and whatnot. I know I will, but yeah, it's a great missile launching system. Looks great. It's detailed out. The bottom isn't too fancy, but the sides and the top look great. Back looks great. Let's see if it how it clips in. Remove the gunnery real quick. Bam. Everything seems to port in really well. It's really stable. When I handle the vehicle, I can tell I'd say it's the same quality as the HIS tank and the classified line. I could definitely tell it's heavy. It's built solid. I would trust one of my kids to go outside and play with it, and it'd be all right. You know what I mean? Um, it's definitely that sturdy of a playable. Everything clips in pretty decent. No troubles on that so far. Let's get into the figure really quick. Really quick on while we're talking blast effects. It does come with this blast effect for the gunnery. I don't know if that's a lot of weight on there, so I don't know if you would be able to hold your upward. Yeah, see, it's going to want to tilt on the modified piece that we added. It's just a little too much weight for it. This was actually one of the pieces that I wasn't too crazy about. I think it's over exaggerated a little bit. It's okay. It's just not. It's too big for my taste. I like something a little smaller when it comes to blast effects. Even something as simple as a classified blast effect. Now I'll have to modify it to go into the ports because it's not going to match up. But you can see it's just a smaller version of it. Just looks so much better. Let's see, we'll get it on here. Of course, it's not gonna be the size, but even if you were to modify this style, you can see it's just the overall proportion is just a little bit smaller and just more realistic, let's say, than the exaggerated one it comes with, but still a cool blast effect. Um, you could even stick it in the ground and have it as a ground blast effect. So that was one of the things, but let's get into the figure. Here he is, the Reaper. All right, this is the tan version. the best part about this figure, so actually there's a couple really good parts about this figure. I don't think he looks too slender. A lot of people were like, "Oh, his waist looks slender." You know, it might be because of the paint apps or what. But I'm gonna show you guys right now. The best part is that this neck comes on a ball. We'll try to get the upper one to pop, and it has that hinge swivel effect. Okay, mine was a little tight when I first got it. I just moved it back and forth to loosen it up. I didn't even have to put no heat on it. I did not heat this figure up at all, and it moved perfectly fine. So I know that was something I was supposed to do to the figures in the past. But again, I've never done it to a figure, any figure out of any line that I've owned. I never really had to heat it up. Sometimes I'll come across the stiff joint, bam, I'll put some heat on it because it feels like it's going to break. Once in a great while, I'll come across that. But yeah, this head articulation that this figure has is amazing. I mean, you can achieve so much expression out of him, from head tilts to pushing his head forward, peeking into something. Like, it's amazing. And he's got a good, looking down, just like awesome articulation. Another part is the butterfly shoulders. These butterfly shoulders are freaking awesome. They can adjust and move out a lot further than a lot of other figures. He could clap his hands. You could put handcuffs on him if you wanted to. He can reach up and basically touch his own shoulder. Just the articulation on him is very, very good from the last two figures that I reviewed and opened up. But very, very good. The only thing I don't like about the action figures is when the hips are dropped, and I know they're not in the drop down position all the time, but when the hips are dropped, there is a huge gap difference compared to other figures. I think it's due to just the mount where the hinge drop is. It's real low, and if that was raised up maybe an eighth or a quarter of an inch, it probably wouldn't affect the way the figure works, and it would close that gap a little more. But as far as joints and knees and ankles, I've already played with them over and over. He feels really awesome, really cool. Now he does have a plain, like, he has that, like, oh man, he looks basic look, right? He looks basic. He has a little vest on, and just in some very normal fatigues. He's a driver, I understand. We can dress him out with some kit. We got some Loki Wartooth kit we're gonna put on him. Maybe a holster, maybe a knife, maybe a vest. We'll figure out something, and we'll get him dressed out and see what he looks like in some kit. But really quick, let's take a look at the other Reaper. Let me get this guy posed up, or just standing. We'll take a look at the Reaper that comes with the gray Vanguard. He looks decent too. I mean, that for drivers, pretty decent. And of course, has the exact same articulation. That wonderful head movement, and I love that hinge neck. That's what the Mythic Legion's Valiant Knight. That's this very same neck that he has, and I fell in love with it. I hope every line, like, picks that hinge neck, and then they just carry on through with it because it is awesome. But yeah, I think I like the green one a little more than the tan, but it's just color preference at this point. When we start modifying, I'll probably go with the gray one, and we'll modify that one. And I'll probably keep the muddy like it is, just to have one normal and whatnot. They're probably all going to get the attachment for the gunnery and whatnot, basic things. One more item that we're probably going to address, and you guys will see it. I'm going to try to see if I can make this hood come up. Okay, we're gonna see if we can. I have to explore the steering in there, and that's another thing. The steering is great. I love that the wheel turns with the steering and stuff, but I honestly would have opted for just the wheels to be able to turn, because I don't necessarily need them to move with the steering wheels when I'm doing pictures or whatnot. For play, it's cool. For like a kid's point of view, yeah, it's cool, man, that does it together. But I know there's a lot of linkage involved, and we're going to get into that and see. And that may be a problem when I go to try to make the hood. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make anything that I talked about happen, but we're just going to have to see. That's what this channel is all about, modifying and making stuff happen. Really quick, I wanted to point out these were the stands, the new stands that come with the figures. And once you get two of them, you can join them together, just butt them together, I guess. You can make a whole map grid out of it if you wanted to, if you could collect a bunch of these. It's pretty cool for people that like stands. I'm not a big stand guy. I don't like my figures sitting on stands too much. I have done it with my vintage G.I. Joes in the past, but just because I don't want them to fall and break a crotch or break a thumb. And it does have a file card slot where you can just stick the file card. So pretty cool stands. I like them for what they are. I think they're a little better than what they had, than the diamond plate style. But pretty good idea. It was a smart thing on Valverse to switch over to that, I think. And of course, we have the Valverse coffee cup and the Valverse energy drink, right? And like Punk was saying, it would have been cool for maybe to drop a little magnet on these, and so they would just stay in place or whatnot. And I wanted to bring up one more thing, that honestly, we're talking about all these war aspects, but as you've seen, the Rezbani was a vehicle that a civilian can buy. You can drive it on normal streets, all right, but it has military concept to it. It's a high-end military bulletproof vehicle. And they come with packages, military packages that include gas masks, bulletproof vests, just all kinds of stuff. I thought that was really cool of a manufacturer to even, go down this road. And like I said, if you were ever in an apocalypse, this is the vehicle that you would want to hop into for sure. Are you going to have missile launchers and gun turrets? No, but this is a realistic vehicle. It is badass. I think a lot of people just don't realize how badass the original vehicle really is, because a lot of people never heard of it. But yeah, it's awesome. I'm definitely liking it the further I go. But you know what this show is about? This channel is about? It's time to enhance these vehicles. So without further ado, let's get into it, guys. Alright everyone, we're going to rip the Vanguard apart in the next video. We're going to modify it, light it up, and do many cool things to it. Please leave a comment of anything you would like to see, any idea you have for the Vanguard. Leave a comment in the comment section. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.